In this video, I am going to share with you 5 more Orthodox Christian films that you can watch for free on YouTube. This is a follow-up video to a video I released recently, which was my top 5 Orthodox movies, which you can watch on YouTube for free. And if you missed that video, it is the first link in the description below. And you can go and watch through the videos if you so like. Now, before we get to it, I want to just make a quick plug for my Byzantine beard oil. If you like shiny objects, you can buy the shiniest, most beautiful beard oil branded, Orthodox branded beard oil that's available on the market. There's the beard oil and there's the beard balm. Look at that. Don't you love that beautiful, shiny object right there? You can just buy it even just to put it on your bathroom shelf so that when people come in, they'll be like, yeah, I know. Yeah, he's got the good stuff. Okay, so you can get that. There's also a link in the description below, or you could just type in ByzantineBeard.com and go get it today. Like and subscribe the video, and with that, we'll get into it. The first video, which I am going to share with you, is called Fountain of Immortality. And this is a video about the Divine Liturgy, and it is produced by the Media Office of the Eastern American Diocese of the Russian Church Abroad in collaboration with St. Tikhon's Orthodox Seminary. And St. Tikhon's has also some other good videos which you can watch, which are not highlighted in this particular segment, this particular stream, but maybe on a future stream. It seems people like these recommendations for movies that they can watch that are edifying, and so I might be making these more of a regular feature, because there's plenty of more out there besides these 5 and the previous 5 which we are watching. So this movie this is more of a documentary, and it takes you through the Divine Liturgy. It's just really well made, and it's something that I think everybody should see, and that's why I am recommending it. Now, I would like to remind you that some of these movies actually might have, besides The Fountain of Immortality, some of these other movies that I am recommending today might have made it into my top 5 if I had been able to find them originally. I didn't know that these were all available online, but, well, so it goes. So these are, say, my top 5 besides the 5 that I've already showed you. So going on to the next is Luca. This is the movie, another movie. This is another Life of Saint, and the English translation. This is another one of those Russian movies. As I said in the last segment, that the Russian country is having this golden age of movies, and so this one is actually about Saint Luke the surgeon. And it's well done. They approach, there is a difficulty, as I said before, in trying to portray a life of a saint on screen. But I believe that if your heart is in the right place and you're trying to do it with respect for the subject matter, I mean, we paint saints into icons. I don't see why we can't portray them in films, as long as we are. There are some drawbacks to it, but as long as we are trying to be striving to be faithful, then I don't see why we can't do it. So go watch that one. That's the next one. That is number 4. Number 3. Now, this was like my favorite movie for a while. It was a movie that I watched multiple times. I actually went out and bought the DVD. And this movie you probably have not heard of. This is another one of those lesser known ones, and that's why I want to share it with you. And it is called 12, or 12. Now, this movie is basically a remake of an American movie from 1957 called 12 Angry Men. And it is a movie about jurors who go back and they're deliberating about the trial. And so this movie is basically a similar premise. There's a trial. This boy is on trial, and they go back and they're talking about it. And they explore themes of justice. Now, it doesn't seem to be an overtly Orthodox film if at first glance, but if you notice, take a look when you're watching this movie. There's a scene at the beginning of the movie when one of the jurors takes a icon out of his wallet. He places it in the corner of the room, and he says a prayer. And then at the end of the movie, he goes back to the icon, and I think he's thanking the Mother of God for her intercession because, he was praying. He was a praying man. And so ultimately there is a moral to the story. It's really well made. They have some of Russia's best actors in there. It's just really well done. Can't recommend it enough. That is my number 3. Going on to number 2. And dun dun dun. This is a movie which, well, many people thought should have been in my top 5. And I said, well, this movie, it's kind of slow, it's kind of long, it kind of drags on a little bit. And so I didn't know if I wanted to include it in my top 5 because of that reason. So I went back and I watched it again, and yep, sure enough, it was long and slow, but I decided to include it anyways. And that movie is Andrei Rublev. Sorry about that. And I'm going to continue. I thought I had put my phone on silent. So Andrei Rublev, like I said, long, slow movie. There really is, there's not really a plot. But it's a movie about Andrei Rublev and his life, but there's really no plot to follow. So there are some difficulties, but you want to watch it anyways. It's kind of like Leviticus. You're reading through Leviticus, and you do it. Some people skip over it, but if you're faithful, you got to love reading those boring passages. You got to get through it anyways, because there's actually some really good scenes in there. There's some dialogue. They're talking about some interesting ideas. And it's just it's a movie that everybody has to see. So I would definitely recommend Andrei Rublev, number 2 in this list of 5. Now, what is the number 1? Dun, dun, dun. Here it comes. Are you ready for it? This is another movie that many people have not heard of. They may not have seen, which is why I'm putting it at number 1, because it's sort of your surprise ending here. And it is Yeri-san. Yeri-san, the Honored Priest, Confessions of a Samurai. And you might recognize this man. You see him here, the priest blessing in the back of the poster, the movie poster. And this man is actually, I'm putting this as number 1 in honor of that man. He's an actor whose name is Cary Tagawa. And he actually converted to Orthodox Christianity after filming this movie. He visited a monastery in Russia, and he also in this film is another famous actor, Pyotr Mamonov, who I spoke about in my previous in the last episode I made, and who was in the island. And through his influence and just going through this process, he converted to Orthodox Christianity, and he recently passed away on December 4th. So at age 75, so may he rest in peace. He was an Orthodox Christian, and this is an amazing movie. It's about this priest who, at the beginning, he knows how to do some kung fu moves or something, and he beats up these mafioso types, and so he has to go to Russia. And so it's kind of cool to see And then when he's in Russia, he's trying to restore a church there. I don't want to ruin the movie for you. I want everybody to go out and watch it. I'm putting these out here, 5 more movies. These movies I'm sharing with you because not just because I like them, but also movies that I want you to see and I think you will enjoy also. So those are my top 5 movies. And I thank you for watching. And please, in the comments, I got some comments in the last one and people were recommending movies. I went out, I watched a couple of them, I considered them. So there's more to consider. There's also TV shows. There's one, there's more film out there to watch that we could consider in future episodes. So this could be maybe a new side focus for this channel. So please leave below in the comments your favorite movies. What did I miss? What should go in my next top 5 movies? Maybe this can be a regular segment. So I thank you for watching again. This has been Young Penitent, and I'll catch you all in the next one.